ordered data where quantitative measures are not present, we can apply rank correlation of coefficient. For ordered data, for example, honesty, ability, leadership, quality, etc., we can establish rank. The minimum rank is 1, next minimum rank will be 2, and so on. Similarly, the maximum rank will be n, where n is the number of data pairs. It measures the degree of monotonic association between two variables. Now the Spearman rank coefficient of correlation is defined as follows. Capital R is equal to 1 minus 6 into summation of I is equal to capital N d square divided by n into n square minus 1. So where d is the difference of ranks between paired items. If ranks are already there, then use above formula directly, otherwise we will have to first identify the ranks. It's very important. Now we can see one example where so the ranks are there 1 2 3 and 1 2 3. So x and y two attributes are there 1 2 3 1 2 3. So first of all we have to identify the rank. So already ranks are given 1 2 3 and 1 2 3, and then identify the d. D is what? X minus y. So x minus y. So already all are 0 and d square all of definitely 0. So the formula, if you put the formula 1 minus 6 into the summation, it is 0 divided by 3 into 3 square minus 1. Why 3? 3 is the number of data, so 3 data are there. The answer is 1. Hence the Spearman's rank coefficient correlation is 1. Now if you can take the different data set, here the data x is 10 20 30 and y is 20 50 27. Now after assigning the rank, so the x will be what? 1 2 3. So 1 first, second, third. So y is equal to 1 3 2. So minimum is 20, next first rank, then 27 second rank, then 50, that is the third rank. After assigning the rank x and y, calculate Spearman's rank coefficient correlation. So here these are the original data and these are the rank. We have assigned the rank and then identify the d. D is what? X minus 1. So 1 minus 1 0, 2 minus 3 it is minus 1, 3 minus 2 it should be 1. Okay. So 3 minus 2 should be 1, it should be plus 1, and d square is what? 0, 1 square is 1 and square is 1, and if you add it is 2. So 1 minus 6 into 2 divided by 3 into 3 square minus 1. So the answer is what? 0.05. The rank coefficient correlation is what? 0.5. Okay. Now this is what our implementation. Here we need the Spearman correlation of coefficient. Okay. This is another set of data and the answer is 0.5. This is another set of data. Okay. So this is what rank correlation coefficient using R language. So these are the input data and here we call the function and the answer is 1. Now notes on rank correlation coefficient. For group data we cannot apply rank correlation of coefficient. Remember this thing. We can apply this method where the data are qualitative in nature. For example, honesty, efficiency, intelligence. If repeated ranks are there, then we cannot apply this formula directly. Next we will talk about Kendall's tau coefficient. Now Kendall's tau coefficient or for rank data is a coefficient that represents the degree of concordance between the two variables of rank data. There are three types of Kendall's tau coefficient like tau A, B and C. The tau B and tau C are the extension of the tau A method to handle same rank data. Now the Kendall tau A coefficient is as follows: summation of C minus summation of D divided by summation of C plus summation of D, where C is the concordant pairs and D is the discordant pair. Concordant pair C, the number of observed ranks below a particular rank which are larger in value than the particular rank. So in this way you can get the concordant pairs. And discordant pair, the number of observed rank below a particular rank which are smaller in value. Remember these things, smaller in value. Here it is what? Larger in value than that particular rank. Now we can see one simple example, then it will be clear. Now Kendall's tau correlation say 1 2 3 4. Here it is 1 2 3 4 and y is what? 2 3 1 4 2 3 1 4. So you just see the y, only y, because x is already in ascending order. So if x is not in ascending order, so first arrange the x in order, in ascending order, then arrange y accordingly. Then we have to identify C and D. Now you see now the numbers which are more than 2 is what? 3 and 4. So two values are there, hence it is 2. Now the bigger number with respect to 3 is what? Only single value is that 4, hence it is 1. Similarly, if you see this one, The bigger number is what? 4. With respect to 1, it is 1. Similarly, if it is discordant, so the smaller number with respect to 2, so only single 1 is there. That's why it is 1. The smaller number with respect to 3, there is only 1 is there, single value is there, hence it is 1. Now there is no smaller value than 1. So 4 is what? Bigger than 1. So no smaller value is there, hence it is 0. So if you add C, we can get it is 4. If you add D, we can get it is 2. So in C column of the table, the first entry is 2 because greater than 2 in Y column are 2 which are 3 and 4. Okay, you can see 3 and 4. In the D column, less than 2 in Y column is only 1, which is 1. So here in this line, we have just explained how to get C and D. So we have got C value and the D value, summation of C and summation of D, and you just put the values here, you just put the formula, we can get the answer 0.3333. Okay, and these two are the input value variable X and Y, and this is the function we have to implement in our language. Here we have to call this one candles, and the answer is what? 0.3. In the next video, we will talk about coefficient of determination.